tactical picks up at Anfield. Today, I think he got it right. He played the big three. I think they all played their part. Lacazette scored, Aubameyang scored, Pepe popped up in some good positions, got involved in the game. No one shirked their responsibilities today. On another day, we could have come back to win. On another day, we wouldn't have conceded too early.
Yeah, I think it was a really positive attacking performance. And I think, like you say, I think last season there was criticism that we were inherently cautious in some of the big games. We obviously wasn't the case in this game last year when we won 4-2, but it was that sort of performance again today, and only for a few sort of chances have gone the other way. We could easily have won this one 4-2 as well. I think there's more to encourage Arsenal fans, I think, from this game than to disappoint.
Indeed, many thanks to popped on late doors there. It is a share of the spoils in the latest North London derby. 2-0 down, though. Fantastic comeback. Mistakes, of course, that led to the early goals, with Eriksen popping in from close range. And, of course, Kane striking yet another derby goal, his 10th in the Premier League against Arsenal to make it 2-0. But resilience showed here from Arsenal. Lacazette thumping one home to give us hope just before the break. And then Aubameyang steering in from arguably man of the match, Matteo Guendouzi, to make it 2-2. We had chances to win it and to lose it. An awful lot of talking points. Stay with us here as we hand you back to the Arsenal Nation gang. Davies back down there with Joel. Kenzie, all yours.
Thanks, Dan. Yes, what a comeback indeed. Certainly a well-fought point and loads of positives to take from that game. David and Joel are still with me. Let's come to you guys briefly for your analysis on that match.
Oh, my heart's still... My heart's going.
Do you need a minute,
My voice. I should have asked someone for some water.
I was always told as a player, if you ever become a manager, after a game, be careful about the emotions going in, talking to your players, because stuff will come out that you don't mean to.
Really?
So at this moment, I need to take a deep breath and make sure stuff don't come out. We was so close. 10 minutes before half-time, I thought we'd absolutely thrown it away with a really solid first-half performance, but with a couple of concentration, discipline kind of errors, you know, between players. It's nothing that the managers set out. This is a standard thing in football. When you're going to challenge a ball, one goes to challenge, one drops off. If two are coming together to challenge for the same ball, something's wrong. There's a bit of miscommunication. And when that happens in a vital area, the centre of the pitch, i.e., and then David Luiz was getting a bit hammered for that, but he got isolated after that. He was on his own. He could only back off. Those things frustrate me. And then, you know, another mistake for the penalty, which was unnecessary. It's another thing you're taught as a small child. If the ball's in the box and someone's got it at their feet, don't dive in. Whatever you do, don't dive in. Just block. If they score, they score. They score, they score. You know, you should be aware of where you are. And it's a little bit of the red mist. But after that, we pushed, we plundered, we played some brilliant stuff, and we just couldn't get over the line. But fair play to the lads. Credit to getting back to 2-2.
That's the best I've seen them play in a long time. That's the best I've seen them play since last season. I can't remember what game. I'm sorry for all you guys who remember games inside out. But, you know, we didn't end off too strong end of last season. But that was definitely one of the best performances I'd seen, especially against one of the top sides.
Tottenham were on their knees. Sanchez couldn't walk at the end. Sissoko put such a shift in.
Yeah.
You know, Dele Alli come on and look like he needs another 6 weeks training because he can't get to the pace that Arsenal were at. It was a proper game, bar one or two things. Kolasinac came in and had a great... Ceballos come in and made a difference.
And Guendouzi, of course, as well, who Dan said in the throw to us. Yeah, well, Dan said that, didn't he? Arguably man of the match. And we're going to speak about him now. They're just so excited. They're totally getting carried away. There's so much passion being thrown around this Arsenal Nation live studio. But we're going to throw to you guys at home now. Let's see what you've been saying about David's MOM, Guendouzi. So James has said one pass from Guendouzi and 8 players out of the game. This kid is phenomenal. Yeah, what an assist from him. Guendouzi, that was world-class, truly world-class. Great finish by Aubameyang too. Yeah, just threw the ball over the Tottenham defence, didn't he? It was absolutely magnificent. Arsenal madness. Guendouzi is a baller. And a final tweet here from You Are My Arsenal. Guendouzi's best performance in an Arsenal shirt. Wow, that's a very bold statement. I mean, he's had some fantastic performances for us, but do you agree with that? Is that his best performance for us?
Probably, if I'm honest with you. I was really impressed with his performances when he first came to Arsenal last season. Even when we lost against Chelsea, I thought he was absolutely superb. I remember him missing a sitter, but besides that, I just think this season, a game like today shows the maturity in someone who's used to the Premier League, someone who's used to the big games, someone who is wearing the shirt with pride, and I'm glad to witness him growing up like a proud father.
I think you're right. When he first came into the side, for me, he gave me that excitement of what someone with a lot of future at the club gives you, but also I was worried about that maybe his naivety and his youth would get him into problems in the league, and it has done a couple of times. But he's matured. Today's performance in there was spot on. He didn't get involved in anything. He didn't try and do anything he couldn't do. And then he's earned the right to play that pass, that Ozil-like pass. He has pressed that high ball and looked for the second phase play all game. That is what he's been set out there to do. When Tottenham hoof it, and it goes down in the middle, I want you on it first, Matthew, he was told, and he got there, and he made something with it.
I told you, David, this is why I wanted Xhaka to sit and our creative players to do their business. Do you see what I mean? So for me, and I saw the heat map that you were showing as well, I was very impressed. Even though he was playing a little deep on the left, he's been doing his job the whole game.
But he freed up Kolasinac on that side as well, because he pulled into that left-hand sided area, and we didn't have no one offering in the middle, because Lacazette was trying to get that ball into his feet. So the space for Guendouzi was there, and it's easy to get caught out, to get in that space, to let Kolasinac go on. You drift forward as a midfield player, and all of a sudden, they get in behind you at left back. You know? So he held that position well, and he guarded the defence well. Second half, Xhaka done a great job in front of the defence.
He did.
Just sweeping up,
he was really
tied
good.
in,
He was really
freed
good
a few
second
players
half.
up, but we just needed that goal, and we pressed and pressed and pressed a bit.
We got it. Anyway, let me not spoil it. That's
well, we did get it.
I was going to start stepping on toes.
Don't worry.
We got it by that much.
A very assured performance from Guendouzi. Let's move on the chat to Ceballos, though. Of course, he came on for Torreira in the second half. He almost made an instant impact on the game. We've got a few tweets to get through on him. Arsenal dominating after Ceballos came on. Another one here, that Ceballos energy. I can feel it from my TV. And a final one. Ceballos was far from his best against Liverpool, but so far today, he's shown his class since coming on. He has completely changed the game. Yeah, maybe he needed a bedding in period, but he really looked sharp today, didn't he?
He come on against a side who'd been run ragged, to be fair. In fairness, Tottenham been worked hard, so he had a bit of space.
David.
So I'm not taking anything away from what he did.
I don't know, man.
But that's you know what we were talking about before the game? Who's going to be the impact player?
Cool.
We've got 3 forwards on the pitch. I didn't know it was going to be. But that's what you use them players for. You say, do you know what?
Unlock the door.
Rather than stick him on with half hour to go when we're doing well, I can see he's getting tired in there, he's getting tired. When then Tottenham players get really tired, I'll stick him on, watch what he does. And his twisting and turning made opportunity after opportunity. Pepe pushed on, Guendouzi pushed on. It was nice. And I think that's good management of a player. You could put him on earlier. I was calling for him at half-time. I thought at half-time we'll walk out and our captain wouldn't be on the pitch. And I'll hang it up now. Our captain wouldn't be on the pitch and Ceballos would be on.
Were you surprised that Torreira came off, not Xhaka?
But I think that goal bought Xhaka 15 minutes in the second half. Because the gaffer always says to you, and your dad will know this, Kenzie, that if you've been having a bad game, he'll say, look, you've got 15 minutes in the second half to turn this around.
15 was too much in Sunday League, mate. You got 7.
7.
You know what I mean? I'm a Sunday League legend, and I tell you.
He used... Legend.
Yeah.
And he used that 15 minutes well to guard the team. And then, obviously, Ceballos coming on. But I think come later games, he'll be on from the start. You've got to have him on.
Twisting and turning the Tottenham midfielders. Dele Alli didn't know whether to go to the chippy or go down, to have a nice salad. Do you know what I mean?
I think he needs a salad looking at him.
I'll tell you what, I was super impressed, and I'm glad that he is the guy that I told all my mates he was after the Burnley game.
So you're starting Ceballos, David, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I think you've got to bring... If you've got that quality, it's a bit like when we had Oba and Laka, one of them playing and one not. Listen, when they're there, play them.
So who'd you bench?
What, out of them 3?
Yeah, well, if you're looking...
Well, if I'm playing the same system today, I'll bench Xhaka.
Okay,
I'll bench Xhaka out of Guendouzi. Because I think Guendouzi's got the ability to change. He's only a young player. Xhaka's setting his ways a bit for me. And he's had the opportunity to change a few times, and we see the same mistake again and again.
and Torreira can play the Xhaka role.
Torreira's young, feisty, and will do the bit up front for you as well. So he could even go into the Ceballos bit if he needed to and play supporting the front men. But you know, I don't want to seem harsh on Granit, but when it comes down to the metal, you've got to make a decision. He would be the one for me that would have to make way and work hard to get back in the team in front of the players keeping him out.
It's lovely. It's just lovely to have the options. We've got options.
Well, the passion is oozing from these guys in the studio, and of course, passion is one thing. A North London derby is never lacking, and you guys have been speaking about that at home and on socials as well. Let's take a look at what you've been saying. This is the Arsenal I know and love. Yeah, that's what you've been saying, Joel. Even if we end up with a draw or even a loss, I am in awe at the effort they're putting into this game. Totally worth the sleep I'm sacrificing. And another tweet on the passion as well. No, it was just that one. Yeah, that's amazing, you know, and I do think that performance has really instilled a lot of confidence amongst the fans. And, you know, what an assured performance from us.
You know what, the only thing missing, I'll be honest with you, is a win against one of these top teams. Because I know Liverpool was a different story last week, but like you said, you could see glimpses. You could see glimpses, and I really believe Tottenham will be on that team bus going, whew, we escaped.
They got it right today. It wasn't too much of a different tactic that we played against Liverpool. It was just the quality of the Liverpool fullbacks.
Yeah.
Right, when we put pressure on Tottenham today, we made them work the ball out. As soon as the ball got chipped into Sanchez, Guendouzi was on him, nicking the ball off him, making him force a first touch. We couldn't do that against Liverpool because Arnold and Robertson were so good on their first touch that you can only get so close and then you think, I can't make a challenge now, and he's just going to play it around me.
Exactly, they're so fast.
Where Tottenham didn't have that quality today, it worked for us, and I think the players can now believe in it more. And when you see the system working, you get more used to it week in, week out. You know, it might be monotonous, you've got to keep shuffling over. I think once you get it, it becomes apparent, and today we got it. We just got to keep it and build on this performance.
And they're still getting to know each other. If you're looking at even the forward three, do you know what I mean? Like first time they've all played together. We have a lot to look forward to. And I was really happy with Pepe's performance. He just needs the goal, man. He just needs the goal.
It's coming, don't you worry, Joel. It's coming. Lots of positives then. But let's round things off on the Arsenal Nation live show today with a one-word summary from both of you on today's North London derby. David, we'll start with you.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Feisty.
Phenomenal and feisty. Yes, love that. Well, let's sign off by taking a quick look at the league table, shall we? There we go. So sitting in 5th position. Just briefly, what do you guys make of that?
Well, there's 2 teams in there that ain't going to be in there at the end of the season. I can tell you that for free. Other than that, it's early doors. It's 4 games in, you know, and we've seen, you know, Tottenham are lying mid-table, sort of languishing, if you like. They was up there last season. They'll be up there again this season. Yeah. It's not really a true reflection on where the league's going to be, but I think from our point of view, it's a steady start. Steady
start. It's true. Steady start.
Well, very optimistic feel in camp. But that's it from us today on Arsenal Nation Live. Huge thank you to our wonderful guests, David and Joel. Guys, thank you so much. Amazing to have you with us in the studio, as always. Of course, we've got an international break just around the corner. We will next be back on Sunday, the 15th, when we travel to Watford. So do make sure you join us then. But that's it from us today. Bye for now.